say we can. Well, what a pleasure and an honor it is to be here today to join Tony and Jordan on their big meeting all their family and friends. It's been a wonderful experience. Bridesmaids, you all look lovely. Jordan, positively radiant. Tony, as dapper as ever. Groomsmen, did okay for ourselves. And I just want to take a few moments to bless you all in some small ways as we send you all out. I want us all to do a quick favor. If we would, imagine the first time we met Tony DiPippa, the first time he came into your life or blessed you in that way. My first time meeting Tony was in a dorm room at Christopher Newport University. And within about 2 minutes of knowing him, he asked me if I wanted to pray to begin the new school year. He didn't know anything about me. I thought his name was Ted. And that was how I got to know Tony. But that showed me a lot about what he was right from the beginning. And over the years, I had the privilege of knowing Tony, and I realized he has some pretty incredible characteristics about him. He's responsible, he's kind, he's very funny, he's respectful, he's godly, and he's wise. And those are all things that I always admired about Tony, and I tried to emulate around Tony. He was the friend that your mom always wanted you to have in college. He was a fantastic influence on me, and I'm sure my mother would agree. And he was a lot more mature than me, and he still is more mature than me, but he chooses his friends very carefully as well. So, when he came to me in the summer of 2017 and said he had made a friend on summer mission, I knew that this must have been a very special friend indeed. And sure enough, she was all those things. She was responsible, she was kind, she was funny, she was respectful, she was godly, and she was wise. And I got to know Jordan, as many of you did over the past year, over Zoom. Every single time I went into Tony's room, he was always FaceTiming Jordan. He was trying to get to know her and love her, despite their distance and despite how far apart they were. They were becoming a godly couple and loving one another from across 3 states. And that was a really inspiring and beautiful thing to get to witness, so I thank you for that. And in addition to all those characteristics, one more thing that Tony and Jordan have in common is that they're very loving. They're two of the most loving and passionate people I've ever had the privilege and opportunity to know. And I really am grateful to be a part of this ceremony. And one more thing. I was trying to be a good man just a few hours ago, 3 hours ago, and I said, Tony, where do you want to go for lunch? And he said, Sheets. And I said, okay. And so as we were getting out of the car, going into Sheets, we got back in with our mac and cheese and our Italian sausage. And he said, I asked him, I said, Tony, if you said 3 years ago that you'd be here on this day getting married, what would you say? He said, I wouldn't be surprised because I've known for many years that this day was coming. And I'm just so honored to be a part of it and glad and very happy for Mr. and Mrs. Tony DiPippa. So if you would join me, a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Tony and Jordan DiPippa. Cheers.
Hello everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Autumn. I am Jordan's best friend from college. First off, I want to say, Jordan, you look gorgeous. Woo! This evening, and Tony, you look so dignified in your well-pressed suit. Thank you so much for letting me share this special day with you, with both of you, and I'm so honored to be standing by your side. I first met Jordan my sophomore year of college at a campus ministry Halloween party. I started talking to her about her mom's math class, and we ended up talking about even more than that. After the Halloween party was all over, I said to her, hey, a few of us are going to my dorm to celebrate my birthday in a few hours. Do you want to come? And she said yes. And then that night we shared stories and cake, and she sang happy birthday to me for the first time. And she also saw me fangirl for the first time and still decided that she wanted to be my friend. Since then, Jordan and I were pretty much inseparable in college. We had weekly sleepovers, Taylor Swift jam sessions in the car, and we even went on the same summer mission. There we shared our life stories, and our friendship grew even more. And there she also met Tony. Jordan and Tony met on a balcony in summer air, and according to Taylor Swift, that's a love story. Jordan, Tony, and I were talking for hours on one of the balconies of the house, and even though I was in the conversation, I pretty much just ended up watching them talk. And then it was then and there that I knew Jordan and Tony Tony was the one for Jordan. And even though Tony probably wanted me to leave sooner than I did, I couldn't help but watch the sparks fly between you guys. When Tony and Jordan started dating long distance, I became Tony's personal assistant. I would help him plan and implement all the surprises for Jordan. I would buy flowers for him, and one time for their first 100 days of dating, he asked me to buy flowers that added up to 100. So it could be 10 flowers with 10 petals or 20 flowers with 5 petals. I told him that I would do my best, but I quickly realized that it was almost impossible. I told him that the flower shops in Slippery Rock only have the basic flowers, like daisies, roses, and carnations. And then he sent me pictures from the internet as examples. And they were all flowers that I had never seen in a store, let alone Slippery Rock. We had to improvise, but the effort and thought that he put into those flowers was beautiful. Because if anyone knows Jordan, she would have loved if the flowers had added up to 100. Tony, here's to hoping you can find those flowers for your first 100 days of marriage. Here's to millions of 100-day anniversaries. Here's to the love story that helped me believe in love again. And here's to the love story that leaves even Taylor Swift speechless. With my entire heart, I wish you endless happiness and an eternity of flowers that add up to 100. Here's to you, Jordan and Tony. Now can I invite all of you to raise your glasses and a toast to Jordan and Tony. The new Mr. and Mrs. DiPippa. To Tony and Jordan.